Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. To it, and the season will get underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense will come out first. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectations for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes a man miss. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all up.
Turns on the Jets. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? We're going to get a lot of answers.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Still looking on the move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
UConn going back to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can this guy do?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and
he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts. He's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions. Already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Makes his man miss. Powers through. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the ball's loose in the backfield.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Looking for a man. It's Jamison. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And they fail to hook up on third down. UConn will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing...
There he goes! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's sacked. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Number 86.
If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Scanning the field, it's Jamison. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Huskies have a lot of options on second and inches. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. UConn will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, is he delivered. The passing. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Maddox. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking to pass. It's Jamison. Quick strike complete. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw again. Oh, they're after him. Past the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. Gives it on the option. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's set. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peppers. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st half. And the Canes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a...
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Jamison. Here comes the Heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
They get to him as he throws.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Looking for space. It's Maddox. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give on the option. A collision. He stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
UConn will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Breaks into the open. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Rides to back and leaves it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. He's going to take off. Quarterback's got the first. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the right. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So first down will open up the final period. Back to throw, it's Wade. Pocket breaking down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And this senior really has command of the entire attack right now. And the QB has more than had his way, just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse. There he goes to the left. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Goes to the option. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front.
Touchdown, Canes! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Oh, he makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Wade. Got his man quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and park it at the 47.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. UConn will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Grabbed behind the line. It's sacked. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. He's looking to throw. Floating away. Trying to find his man in the middle. He's got it on the outside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. The short hands. It's Ben. Oh, he's got some space. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Makes the grab. It's sacked.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quarterback may change this route. Now the play fake. Unloads it left. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Steps away. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Here's a heat. Using the quick game. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. UConn will have to punt it away. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of the